There we are. We are live.
Yay.
Who's live?
I am on YouTube live.
Live or
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very St. Patrick's Day of the Civil War podcast. I am, of course, your host, Red, in all my glory, all my beard and hair and beer. And there's Velcro going on next to me, because that is our religion. We worship the Velcro. The sound it makes paths our future trails into the divine beyond. Anyway, this episode of the Civil War podcast is all about New Jersey. And one of our resident pod boys, and in fact, someone I consider one of the OG members of the channel, is Private Digger himself. He knows a thing or two. He knows a thing or two about New Jersey, I've heard.
A thing or two? That's an understatement.
Yeah, I've heard. True, I've heard you know at least 3 things about New Jersey.
That sounds more likely.
3 things. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know that much about Ohio.
How dare you? Oh, and Jeff has to start off with the pork roll thing. Damn it.
What?
Morning, Jeff.
What is that? Is it Boogiti? What? Sutton. Hey. VA, howdy.
Morning.
Before we really jump into things, we have a very special sponsor here at the Red channel, the Liberated channel, the home of the Civil War podcast, and other random Red content that sometimes gets made when it's cold out and usually gets made when it's warm out because that's preferable. I dropped my security baton thing and I am sad. How else am I going to keep the party girls away? And the sponsor of our podcast is CNC Sutlery. If you don't know who they are, have you been living under a rock? They're hands down one of the greatest sutlers ever. I've ordered things from them. I believe Matt has ordered something from them at least once.
Oh, a couple times.
Oh, see, that was a 2 thing. So you got it mixed up. It's a 3 facts, 2 order. Got it. See, it works out in the end. But if you're wondering where you can go to look at CNC's items, well, there's a link to their description. Well, there's a link to their website in the description. There's a link to the description in their website. I mean, the words are there. It's just up to you to put them together. I'm going to tilt the camera down a little bit. There we go. And there's also a link that says CNCYT. That's because they have a YouTube channel. Not much stuff is up yet because it's brand new. Go ahead and go over, give them a sub. They have a small little video of a small little tour of their place. Their sutler. But yeah, go check them out. Tell them Red sent you. They'll hook you up with some pretty good stuff. They got things from Civil War to the Wild West. If you guys have ever seen the movie The Magnificent Seven, they provided, if not all, a good majority of the wardrobe that you see in that movie. I personally have ordered many things from them. The Liberated Officer Sword, that was from CNC. A lot of the gear I use in my videos is from CNC. All my haversacks are from CNC, except for one which a unit used to be unit member made, and honestly, CNC's is top of the line. But yeah, go check them out. I just placed an order for something that'll take a while to get here. I'll discuss that when it happens. Yeah. Now that we have given our sponsor their obligational dues,
Yay.
Matt, good news, we will not be struck down this evening.
Good.
Yes. But I'm curious, Matt, what exactly did New Jersey do in the Civil War? What was kind of some of their highlights?
A better thing to say would be what didn't New Jersey do in the Civil War, because mainly they were the backbone industrial economy, but also soldiering source for the Union. A majority of the war supplies that you did see did actually come out of New Jersey factories, specifically places such as Trenton, Paterson, Newark, Jersey City, and some southern ones. A lot of the food that was provided, it is the Garden State after all. You would see a lot of food come out of the southern agrarian Quaker area of New Jersey, which is usually south of Trenton. And you would see quite a lot of contribution from the small little state, the supposed armpit of America.
The armpit of America?
That's what New Jersey has been nicknamed.
See, that's rude.
But let's see. Throughout the Civil War, it is estimated that between 70 to 88,000 troops served in New Jersey. However, it's probably closer to the 80,000 mark, depending. And you had a lot of units. You had 37 infantry, 3 of cavalry, and 5 full batteries of artillery, which doesn't really seem like a lot. But think about the amount of infantry they contributed to the war effort. And among those also, there were two regiments of Zouaves, actually. New Jersey had two of its own Zouave regiments, the 33rd and 35th, also known as the 2nd Regiment, and Cladex Zouaves. Very similar to the 9th New York, actually. Very similar.
So that's another thing we need to do a special on is Zouaves, because there's been so many. Now,
that'd be cool.
Correct me if I'm. I mean, let's be honest. Some of the Zouaves uniforms are way out there. But when it comes to uniforms, a lot of like the 69th, they're known for having a bit of green or their own thing. Or the Zouaves, they have their own. They're what they're recognized for by their uniform. Was there any way that any of New Jersey units were recognized that way?
Besides the 2 Zouave units, which was the 33rd and 35th, they wore coats very similar to the 9th New York Zouave infantry. Other than that, there was also the 3rd New Jersey Cavalry, also known as the 1st U.S. Hussars. They wore Austrian coats, so they were very distinguishable. My unit in specific is the 7th New Jersey. The whole entire regiment wore frock coats, white gaiters, and white gloves. So they were very distinguishable on the battlefield, but towards the time of Gettysburg, they kind of got rid of those, mainly because they were all dirty, but also because the colonel had died at the Battle of Gettysburg.
I gotta admit, that would be interesting to see, is a line of infantry coming out in gaiters and white gloves.
My unit was known as one of the cleanest regiments out of all New Jersey, because the colonel was French for one, so he had high standards.
So we have the French to blame.
Blame? Okay.
Well, come on. Yeah, I'm going to blame the French. You guys look better than us.
Well, it happens. It happens.
A couple of times, yeah. Now, didn't New Jersey give the most, like the highest number of soldiers during the war?
Oh, no, that's not even, because New York holds that standpoint. They gave over 400,000 soldiers. And Ohio was second with about 300,000 or so. New Jersey only gave about 80 or so, though.
I know that Ohio is most per capita per person, but New York with its it was New York. That's who it was. I knew it was one of the news. Didn't know which new it was.
Somewhat new, somewhat old. Depends.
Yeah, I guess it all depends on how you look at it.
And not only that, but if you look into most of these New Jersey regiments, you can actually find a man from almost every religion, almost every ethnicity had served from New Jersey.
That just tells me that New Jersey was very like, hey, you're cool.
Go to war.
Yeah. What religion are you? Okay, bye. You. No, we already got one of you. Go away. You. Okay, go.
You. Gotcha.
Hey guys, we got our first Methodist.
Oh, there was quite a lot of that too. But there was at least in terms of battles and stuff like that. Every battle, campaign, skirmish, something of that sort, anything. There was a New Jerseyan on the field. And that is backed by historical evidence.
So
it just goes to show you, they were everywhere.
They
were even. I was talking with Bryce, and we discovered that there was a bunch of New Jersey units in Louisiana.
Wow.
Yeah, we found that interesting.
That's an interesting place for New Jersey to be. But like you said, they were everywhere. So
they were everywhere.
I could just imagine that. It's like let's take uh, Ohio and chasing uh, what the devil is his name? General Morgan. And then out of nowhere, it's like, hey, who's that guy? Oh, I don't know. He's from New Jersey. What? Yeah, he's from New Jersey. Well, how about them apples?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Tell us the battle of the Taylor ham.
I'll tell you about that one.
Taylor,
it was delicious.
Taylor Roll Hill.
Taylor Roll Hill. Oh my god, it was delicious. I'll say that.
Matt, when it comes to the Taylor Roll Hill, take that hill only if practicable.
It is very practicable. We will take that damn hill.
Did I invite you to that group on Facebook, the Civil War Lampoon?
Yes, and it's awesome.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great stuff.
Yes, it is. Oh man. For those of you who don't know, Matt and I are actually friends, and believe it or not, this isn't just one big act. Like, it's like, well, Matt, I will, like where we turn out to be two different other people. It's like, as soon as the camera goes off, I'm not like, well, Matthew, I will see you again next time when the check clears. No, it's not like Matt is actually he's actually from South Africa.
The hell was wrong with you?
I don't know. I just chose South Africa because I was watching District 9 the other day.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
He in fact lives in District 9. He knows the aliens very well. He's teaching them basic farming skills But yeah, we're both part of. I invited him to this thing on Facebook, and it just has some of the funniest. Oh, well, but we're getting off track. Back to new
historical reenactor memes and stuff like that's great.
Oh yeah, but there were people actually complaining that facts were being used. So the moderators had to address the fact that facts were being used.
Fact.
But back to New Jersey. When it comes to gear, were they issued any particular special sort of gear, or was it standard infantry gear, maybe a different rifle?
A lot of it was kind of just standard issue. I do know that a majority of the muskets, New Jersey contracted a lot of different companies to manufacture firearms. A couple of them, actually, I wrote them down here. Give me one sec. Let's see. Trenton Iron Works, Trenton Locomotive and Machine Company, Hughes and Phillips, Manhattan Firearms Manufacturing Company, so on and so forth. They were actually contracted to make a lot of rifles, specifically Springfield type, A lot of them, though, Springfield Arsenal in Massachusetts built the most, but New Jersey did contract a lot of its own firearms. And they actually had a large surplus of swords as well. So a lot of the swords you see are from New Jersey.
So that could mean that New Jersey units could have had the most diverse use of different rifles.
Mm-hmm. A lot of them also had conversions to a lot of some up to about 1816 flintlock conversions.
Oh, I wonder if anybody fought with a Brown Bess conversion.
I'd have to look into that. I know 1816 Springfields, though. A lot of Springfields, a couple Enfields, too.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That just think about that. You could be using something that your grandfather saw new, Like that, your grandfather could have seen that as top of the line. Man,
and now it's still being used.
That's crazy to think about.
Mm-hmm.
That also had to maybe make an ammo getting a pain to them. Unless they all went off the standard 58.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
They manufactured a lot of weapons. They also made a lot of munitions as well. They made bayonets too. They also made the train engines that you would see that would be transporting a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, they made the ones that Soviet Russia used in World War II.
I don't know about that, but they gave Philadelphia and New York a run for their money, apparently.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
that's actually quite
Mhm.
impressive.
Patterson-built steam engines were actually very world-renowned. A lot of these fancy railroad companies you see at the time, they would actually buy the New Jersey ones because they were actually pretty advanced, and the ones they would get from Europe wouldn't work well on these American rails. Because what I actually found out too through all this is that there actually was no rail standard, like your train tracks. There was no rail standard until probably like the late 1870s. Actually, there was no standard because all these a lot of only the trains that you bought would work on your railroad. New Jersey. You know why? You know why trains have so many wheels on the front of them? New Jersey made that the standard, so that way your train wouldn't fall off as easily.
Huh.
That was a New Jersey idea that came right out of the heart of Patterson.
Yo, Archer, what's up? That's You know, for the longest time, I've always wondered, it's like you only ever see one set of wheels on the track. But it never occurred to me to wonder,
Yeah. There was a lot of New Jersey locomotives. In fact, that one photo, I actually found it too, of the meeting of the Transcontinental Railroad with the Golden Spike.
Yeah.
There are two engines. One of them is from New Jersey, right out of Patterson.
Wow, that's... Have you ever seen the joke behind that?
I don't think I have. Remind me.
They go to line up the tracks and they're like a foot off.
Oh, yep.
So I saw one that their solution to it was to just wrap around the rest of the world and meet again in the middle. And
that would be funny.
They ended up being off 2 foot, and by the end you had like 15 layers of railroad stacked on top of each other.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
But they still wanted to use like the lower tracks, so you had trains running on like into tunnels carved out of these railroads. Kind of looks scary when they like panned out. It's like not unnerving at all, thinking about driving under loads of train railing.
Also, morning, Archer.
What about anything on like you said New Jersey was everywhere. You think
Yes.
New Jersey was there when Sherman was like, "Hey, would you guys like to have a fire?"
Oh yeah, they were there for the March to the Sea. They were there when he was going through South Carolina and North Carolina as well.
Now, do you think they were Do you think they were some of the ones that looked at it like, "Oh, this is awful"? They were like, "Hey, you missed one."
I'm not really sure. I mean, New Jersey at that time already had a pretty big infrastructure already built up. I mean, before the discovery of pig iron in the Great Lakes region, New Jersey was the #1 producer in the country of iron. But the only problem is that in New Jersey, you had to dig it out of the ground. In the Great Lakes region, it was just sitting on the ground, so you could strip mine it.
Oh.
So they had a pretty good experience with it. Yeah. I guess they were okay with it. But like I said at that time, there's no standardization of rails. So they're like, these aren't Jersey rails. We can tear them up.
Look. They're sitting there like, look, they've made these rails wrong. Let's tear them up and do it right.
This is what we have to do.
Let's tear them up and do it right. Come on, boys.
Most likely those rails were made out of Jersey steel. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, what are we doing for our B-Day, Archer? Oh, that's a good question. I, for one, will not remember our birthday. I was hoping that by some odd chance CNC might be able to send the thing.
Oh yeah.
I knew it was gonna be like the odds were like 1 million, like 1,000,000 to 1. But I was like, you know what? You never know if it's gonna be that one. But on the bright side, it could only take a month.
I would assume probably at least 3.
I was gonna say 2.5.
You never know. It takes some time. You gotta cross the pond.
I was being optimistic.
You'll see.
He like shows up tomorrow. Wait a second.
Hold up. They lied.
Whose is this? Still waiting on Couch's belt. Got to shoot them an email tomorrow morning.
Oh, yeah, you got to get that taken care of.
Well, I emailed them like a week ago, and they said that, hey, I'm going to... No, it was like 2 weeks ago. And they said, all right, I'll talk to my belt guy. Yeah, I'll talk to our leather guy, and we'll try to get it out to you. Well, week later, and they said, yeah, we should be able to get it out. You know, I should have it within a week, they said. So I wait the week. So now we're at the beginning of last week. And I'm waiting on and every day Couch is like, belt. And I'm like, dude, get here. Well, now it's the next week, so it needs to get here. So I'm gonna email them and be like, hey, where is yes, it is a surprise. I want it to be a big surprise.
Well, if you sent him back to the 1860s in New Jersey, he would have been able to get one, no problem, because they made belts.
There we go. Oh, that's what we got to do, Matt. We got to make a time machine to go back and get the actual items.
Yeah, we could do that, definitely. I mean, it only cost like $15 at that time for a belt like that.
I mean, all we need to do is walk in. Look, we all just need to, like, take $1,000 back then, and we'd be rich.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
because at that time you made like what? And the most you could probably make in a given year is like at most $500.
Yeah, like if you were making like $1.10 an hour, then not even that, like $1.10 a day.
You're living.
Yeah, you were making good money. That was back when you could take a 25-cent piece or whatever down into the market, get your bread, your butter, your salt.
It's like something out of Laura Ingalls.
My dad was telling me about when my grandma was a little girl. Her mom used to send her with a quarter, and she would load up a cart full of things and drop the quarter down, get her change, and leave.
I like this. I want to live at this time.
Me too. Like, just walk in with $5, I'll buy your store.
I'm down for that.
Really freak them out. Just like drop 100. Boom.
Oh, you bought my store out from under me.
Dude, is that 100? You know it, baby.
Ridiculous.
It is.
Yes.
Oh, Cody's streaming. I knew he would stream as soon as I started streaming. Oh, never mind. No, it's just Premiere video. It's fine. But, yeah, definitely what will be coming is super spectacular. And like I said, I pre-ordered Halo Infinite, so that'll be streaming on Twitch via Xbox. I mean, I'm honestly excited for this Halo game, but let's not get off track. Now, was New Jersey one of the first to eagerly join in the fight, or did they have to be coaxed like some of the other states?
Well, not exactly. I mean, New Jersey was already pretty divided. Mainly it was between the rural and the urban, in major cities, Patterson, Newark, Trenton, places like that. You had what, we referred to as copperheads, people who don't want the war. They're businessmen, and they rely on what everything's happening so far. In the rural areas, you have what you would also consider Blackhawks, people who want war, who are willing to go to war. A lot of them, though, were they were adventure seekers, they were thrill seekers and stuff like that. Most New Jerseyans, they never even went probably more than 10 miles away from their home at a given time. So most of them were all looking for something fun to do. I actually know, and after I read this, after Sumter, New Jersey sent the first full brigade of militia to defend D.C. under General Theodore Runyon of Newark.
Yes.
It's a nice nightstick you got there.
Thank you. It's collapsible.
Yes. But, New Jersey was kind of proactive in it. But also what coaxed a lot of people into it was the bounty system in New Jersey, which was really, really high. Any given soldier could be given between $200 to $600 for enlisting, depending on what time they enlisted at.
Huh.
And not only that, what I also found additionally was if you had a wife, she would also get a bounty as well. She would get $6.
See, now that would worry me because it's like, all right, look, they're already paying her so I could die.
Oh yeah, you get an extra $6.
I know. What if you just paste on a smile?
I forgot what I was going to ask you. It was just on the tip of my tongue.
Cat got your tongue.
Oh, yeah, it does. It be the
Especially
leprechaun.
on this day, especially. Yeah, I'll just continue. But New Jersey had a lot. New Jersey had a lot of reasons to bring in their soldiers. The only problem was though is New Jersey. You have the rural and you have the urban, and the urban boys, they have the diseases. They're already immune to them, but the rural boys really ain't.
So it's like a classic case of City Slicker versus Farm Boy, where City Slicker goes down. It's like, oh, I'm so sick, and Farm Boy's like, what? Oh,
Yeah, but I remember. But one of the important things is once you join the army, you would be brought to the state capitol. You would be given your stuff, and then you would be sent to D.C. and then D.C. from there. In New Jersey, in Trenton, the capital, you would have what's called Camp Ogden, and it was noted that when you walked in, the only thing you could hear was the sound of coughing, because so many people were sick. So, like that all the time.
so
Hours and hours and hours, and even into the night. Coughing. Just coughing.
I got one word: social distancing.
Germ theory doesn't exist yet.
Just go over there and be like, y'all got the COVID-1.
COVID 1861.
Oh, well, that's going to be a game.
My unit in specifics, Company H, the Newark boys, they were one of the reasons why, when the regiment started out with 1,000 in October of 61, that by the time that they got to April of 62, they only had about 300 left. They had a lot of diseases, smallpox, measles, typhoid,
That
so on. Like literally childhood illnesses that we would consider so minuscule by today's standards. Like they had them, and they basically wiped out the regiment.
Now, though that sounds like 20th Maine luck there with the numbers.
Well, my unit suffered the highest, second highest, actually, technically, casualties at the Battle of Gettysburg also, which was like they went into the battle with about 276 troops, I believe, and then they came out. They were in the peach orchard. By the time the second day was over, they only had 176, and then the colonel, who was the last injury of the day, he got shot in the leg, and everyone thought he was going to be all right and pull through, but he died of complications at a barn just outside of Gettysburg, like 2 weeks later. That's a very nice knife he got there, also.
Well, no, what Coffee put in the chat. Red goes, typity. Oh, here's my knife.
Is this the usual coffee or is this a different coffee?
This is our coffee.
Coffee or coffee?
This is my son.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
I also have my tin whistle, so
put the whistle down. Ah!
Whew. Picked it up there at the end.
Many of that.
So did New Jersey have any bands?
Not that I know of off the top of my head. If our authentic guy from our unit was here, he'd probably be like, "How dare you say nothing?" Because he's really into like Civil War type bands and stuff like that. I'd have to talk with him, but I'm not off the top of my head. I could not tell you. They probably made most of the instruments though. Not gonna lie.
Look, you know that band you love? Yeah. New Jersey. One for us, he wouldn't play that drum.
You know the second South Carolina string band? Yeah, they're not from New Jersey, but their instruments were made in New Jersey. That would be funny. Mhm.
Oh. How's everyone doing this St. Patrick's Day?
I'm doing all right.
Did the Irish run kills?
Yes, New Jersey built
Some-
ships too. What's it called? New Jersey
primarily
built one.
Scots.
It's a less famous ship, but it was
Some
one that was
Irish.
made in New Jersey that I definitely do know. It was called the USS Lehigh. It was a basic, I think, Passaic class steamer ship, basically a riverboat.
The New Jersey pork rolls. Edinburgh!
Edinburgh. Why, Jeff? Why? Why, Jeff?
Guys, there's an officer here. Hide the alcohol. Shit, better drink mine fast.
Well, he's English. I think he already.
Hey, guys. No alcohol here.
All right. Put in part.
Uh-oh. Okay, yes.
All right. You need to get out of the car.
What?
All of you.
What? Oh, we're getting arrested. A question I don't have the answer for. It's easier and no strict weight requirements. Hey, I know a few good law enforcement men. Some of the best men I know.
Thank you.
You're not part of
Never
law
go wrong.
enforcement.
Oh, I just thought I heard best man you know. So, it's just how I heard.
Why you do this, Jeff? I do not know, but I do. Oh, Matt, I have some good news.
What good news?
I bought a camera.
Good. Was it the one I sent you, or did you get another one?
You see, I couldn't find that on my normal Amazon account, and I was too lazy to sign back in.
Why didn't you just click on the link?
I did, and it took me not to my account. But I found one very similar to it, and it comes with a little thing you wear on your wrist that you trigger on and off.
Does it come with a mic too, or no?
Great. It has great sound quality. Eagle, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend.
Sorry to hear.
If you if you want to talk about it, or rejoice in some old times, you're more welcome to join the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to hear what kind of man he was.
We have a lot of good times on the Discord. There's always someone to talk to on there.
You know my views on it. No one's truly gone if we tell their stories and keep them going.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Crusader, how you doing, buddy?
Morning, Crusader.
Now, what you do with the stories, that's up to you.
Depends.
So I know that there's always good stories to tell about somebody. Because they always have that one embarrassing story they never wanted to get out, but it somehow did.
Chainsaws. That's still gotta be like the top couch story you've ever told me.
Oh my gosh. That's because it's so funny. Because he sat up just like the Terminator, looked at me, said fucking chainsaws, and goes right back to sleep like nothing happened.
Ridley, I think we should watch your swearing. I think we should.
That's how fast.
That was
If he was like hyphenated a little.
our one F-bomb of the stream.
We got one stream. That's it. You've used it.
This is PG-13. But yeah, Eagle, if you want to talk to anybody, tell some stories, whatever you want to do, man. We're here.
Or listen to Red sing.
No.
You sing quite a lot.
You said this is PG-13. I said, have you seen a PG-13 lately?
That's true.
I can see Red's probably eyeing up a nice pack of Guinness right now.
I mean, there is another can over there. There's also a bottle of whiskey I can see. See, what else can I say?
Sláinte, Ridley.
Sláinte. I could also see a bottle of vodka.
This is St. Patrick's Day, not May Day.
And he's got everybody's. Smelly's got the strep throat.
Ouch, that sounds harsh, Crusader.
VA is old. Crusader's getting ACL surgery. My dog just farted. We're all going through trying times.
Yeah. And we got 10 viewers. This is pretty nice.
Whoa. Oh, 11. I can't. No, we got shut down. I can't handle this level of success. I'm panicking.
Oh, it's okay. I still have more New Jersey stuff if you want.
Go, New Jersey.
Okay. New Jersey never did carry Lincoln in the electoral vote in either election. They just didn't like him.
See, that just gives more New Jersey credibility because even though they didn't like Lincoln, they liked what he was doing, so they sided with him.
The governor didn't really get along with him very well.
But that's how you that's how you be a man right there. You put aside your differences to achieve a bigger goal.
They voted more for their native son, George B. McClellan. I don't know how well he would have been as a president, but he's from New Jersey, so he probably would have done okay.
I don't know. It's McClellan. He would have trained a good army. And Coffee's friend got mugged a few days ago.
Wow,
this
is just depressing.
Has been quite the week. I see. Wow, the Liberators have had a few
rough days,
misfortunes to say the least.
Also, morning stew.
Beef stew is here, and I'm glad to see everybody because it's like an old family reunion. Except you guys are watching me, which is kind of weird. Why are you watching me?
Because you offered.
Fair enough. It's not going to stop me from getting paranoid, though.
Paranoid. Yes.
I dropped my clacker.
Go grab your clacker.
I
read more stuff, I guess.
Yes. Educate us more about the jersey that is new.
Okay. I'm assuming everybody knows who Alexander Hamilton is, and I'm assuming we all know how he died. I did say good morning, Archer. I did. You can go back and watch it. I said it a little later, though.
He did say good morning. Can't vouch for that. Yeah, Hamilton the traitor.
Yeah, the same place where Alexander Hamilton was slain in his famous duel was the same place where a majority of the Berdan sharpshooters were trained at. It was at a place in Weehawken, New Jersey. It was basically just an open field with a bunch of targets. Now it's just a football field because, you to become a Berdan sharpshooter, basically you had to shoot a target about the size of a dinner plate from about 2 football fields away. And you couldn't be, your distance between your shots and the center could not be greater than 6 inches.
Jeffrey, go home. Because you didn't say the whole thing. That is why.
What did Delaware a New Jersey? What? I'm confused.
Okay. The whole thing is if Mississippi let Missouri her New Jersey, what did Delaware? Idaho, Alaska.
I don't get it, but okay. Whatever.
Okay. Think of it like if Mississippi, that's a person, let Missouri her New Jersey,
Missouri.
What did Delaware? Idaho, Alaska.
Okay, that's just weird, but okay.
And now I learned that officer is watching us in the bath.
Sorry.
Hey, don't judge a book by its cover. He's probably having a nice time.
I'm just going to cover up now.
I do like the new backdrop, though. I like it.
It's my living room.
But you need more history stuff in the background. You need like some hangers, and maybe a candle. I got hanger swords.
I got records. Those are all stacks of wax.
Okay, you say so.
And I got
It's for a logical reason, I swear. Okay, not gonna ask.
if you say so, officer.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, I'll follow your Instagram. I'm on the gram.
The gram.
Gram, bro. Trying to buy gram.
Yes. Yes, but Berdan sharpshooters were trained in New Jersey. I don't know if we're still on that, but yeah.
What did Hawaii do in the Civil War? Hawaiian things.
They produced sugar for the entirety of Hawaii.
Yes. All right, and just like that, boom! I followed Patriot. Hey guys, I just got the notification that I'm live on YouTube.
Just now?
Yeah.
I got mine like an hour ago.
Almost an hour in, and I just now got my email from YouTube.
How do you kill a vampire from New Jersey with a New York steak? I don't know. Those are pretty good steaks.
Hi, Jibug. Jibug, you want to get in the podcast?
I'll pick up the dog.
Actually, he's coming over. Jibug, come here, buddy. Come on, Jitters. Jitterbug, you don't even like salad. My dog's weird.
I got the notification way late because you live in California.
Let's see. I mean, I'll admit there have been times I enjoy a good bathtub, like a good soak if my muscles are really sore. But I mean, I can't really talk because I mean, there was that time I was in Joe's stream and I was in the bathtub. I even talked on the stream and splashed in the water. But that's just because I'm a mad lad.
Okay.
Red, I got an Andis clipper. Works great. Hey, you got an Andes. Nice. See?
Nice.
Yeah, see? You listen to Red. He knows. Like I said, I got a new camera. So I'm ready for that because I could actually put it on a tripod. Jitterbug, what are you doing? What are you doing, Jitterbug? Jitterbug, you don't even have to go outside. Actually, he might. He's doing a poop walk. He's doing a poop walk. Jitterbug. Come on, Jitterbug. Yeah, he got poop. Pepper, you want to get in the live stream? Come here, Jeannie. Come here, Pepper. Come here. Come here, Pepper. Come here. Come on, Jeannie. You can do it. Come on. Come on, Pepper. Come on. Come on, Jeannie. Come on, Pepper. Come on, Jeannie. You got it. You got it, good girl. And come
This is
here.
an interesting stream.
Come here, Pepper. Yay, Pepper. Pepper, look. They think you're pretty, Pepper. Aw.
Hi, dog.
Look, Pepper. Look at all the people. Look at them head on. Look at them, Pepper. Look at the people.
You want some hardtack?
Look
want some
at the
hardtack?
people.
Hardtack.
Hardtack? Do you like hardtack, Pepper? Will you speak? Would you speak for hardtack? Oh, no. Just slide backwards like you always do. Slide backwards. Good girl. There we go. Jibug, you want to come up now? Hold on. I'll see if I can get one. Matt, continue teaching about New Jersey. I will provide dogs.
Okay. Morning, Tina. Let me see what else I got here. One sec. One sec. Yeah, New Jersey was self-sufficient in. Was that a new doggy or is that the other one?
Hey, this is Jitterbug.
Okay, I got confused. But New Jersey was basically very self-sufficient in their own productions. They produced nearly everything that you could find in the Civil War.
Look at the people.
They produced weapons. They produced uniforms, leathers. Majority of the boxes you saw, they were produced in New Jersey. Munitions, train engines, very
New
vital
Jersey
to the
during
Union's
Civil War.
operation. The only thing that they really don't have a lot of is they don't have a lot of coal. That's mainly Pennsylvania, though. That's just a hop over the pond.
You also don't have a lot of corn.
Oh, they had a lot of that actually. You should have seen South Jersey.
Yeah, but they couldn't beat Ohio.
You should have seen it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it where you are, guy in the background? I think he means you, Matt.
It's the same time as for everyone else.
Well, Eagle is an Ohioan.
But I'm from a New Jerseyan, so it's always morning. I don't know what you're talking about.
He does this all the time, just sits there and stares. I don't think
He's like, you're nice. I think you're going to feed me.
I know what time it is. It's
I-
duty time.
I honestly don't think there's much going on in his head. Like, look at his eyes. There is not much going on in there. There's
Did they produce the enemy? Yeah, surprising amount of New Jerseyans were also on the rebel side, actually.
huh.
Yeah, in this one book I have, Brother Against Brother. There's two brothers. One of them is a lieutenant in the New Jersey Regiment, 15th New Jersey, and his brother Joseph. He's a captain in the Orange County Rangers down in Virginia.
Orange County, Virginia, yay.
No longer exists anymore. Now it's Culpeper County.
Hey, Ryan, got the mouse? Okay.
They produced the enemy as well. They produced the enemy as well.
So, kind of what it sounds like is
Wally World.
not Ohio, my mistake. New Jersey and Kentucky were sort of in the same boat when it comes to who are they supporting?
There was a lot more Union than there was Confederate. I think only a couple thousand were in the Confederates, but they were either from New Jersey or they just happened to be,
Hey,
behind enemy lines. And like, okay, that's fine.
maybe I can even make a cat appear.
Maybe. I remember that I told this story a couple times on stream. I told you about the story of Dizzy Miss Lizzie.
Yes, she's crazy.
She was able to get through the Confederate lines, the Union blockade, and the Union lines into D.C. on average about 17 times.
All for new clothes.
Mainly. On one of those times, though, she snuck these two girls who are in this one book I was telling you about, Brother Against Brother,
Right.
to the north because they were afraid, something bad would happen to them in the area of Virginia. You know how Richmond was. Richmond was kind of a hotbed, and there was a bunch of Union soldiers raiding around, so they were snuck back north. They got on a train in D.C., D.C. to Newark, and then Newark to where they were going to.
Hey, Ryan. Hey, kid.
They went to New Jersey. Yes, New Jersey produces everything except for coal. We don't have a lot of that.
Watch this, yo.
Had a lot of iron. We had a lot of iron, though.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
I have a feeling one day it's going to be like one of those epic metal
Wait
tin
for
whistle
it.
type.
Wait for it. Hello.
Oh, kitty.
And now I have Kitty.
Cat, I want to get done.
No, Milo. Easy, buddy.
Pepper, no. Calm
Easy.
down.
He was walking around here when I was cleaning, and he was fine.
Oh, no, the cat likes it.
Where are you going, Milo? Where are you
Pepper.
going?
You're trying to give Pepper a
What are
nudge.
you doing? You want to go get Pepper?
That's all.
Want to
You're
get
trying to
Pepper
get
nut?
the
Hey, Pepper! I'm going to kick your old ass. You know better than to bite the kitty.
Archer, you said you had like 7 squirrels. You want a cat too?
He's getting excited. Yeah. That was Milo, the cat we kind of rescued. Actually, it's more we started feeding him and he never left.
Makes sense.
Hey, all
My
I'm
cat's a
saying
stranger.
is if a cat bites you, you got to get rabies shots here in the U.S., and that's like 30 shots.
Yeah, my cat just likes to sit here on my PS4, warm himself up, and then occasionally get into scrapes with some other people.
Oh, your cat sounds like a pretty chill guy.
I really wish I could say the same for my legs, though.
Does he enjoy, like, are your legs his scratching post?
No, sometimes he just likes to play, or you pet him the wrong way, and then he just runs up and he grabs around your leg and pulls, and sometimes tries to bite, but he can't get his teeth around you.
Sounds like he tries to be tough, but then he realizes he can't, so he's like, well then.
And now he started this thing, like whenever you're sitting or laying down, he just sits on top of you, and he kneads you like your dough or something like that. He does that for like an hour.
That I've heard some people say it's like, oh, they're showing you affection, and then I've also heard some others say like, oh no, dude, they're just like getting ready to lay down.
Yeah, but when he does it for an hour, I don't think he's trying to lay down.
No. Jibba, you wanna come back up here and be in live stream?
Jitterbug, you want to listen to me tell you more about New Jersey and the Civil War?
You wanna listen? You wanna listen, Jibba? Come here, Jibba. No, he started shaking. Poor little Hua. Such a good boy.
Here, I got something else that I think you'll like too. Hang on, I got something else.
Fun fact: the first prostitute was made in New Jersey.
Oh, that's pretty true.
That's actually what a lot of the trains were used for.
Oh man, yeah. But another important thing that New Jersey provided is that they had multiple stops on the Underground Railroad from
Oh.
the tip of Cape May, which is right over the bay. There's the Delaware Bay. There's Delaware, and then there's New Jersey. It's literally from the tip of Cape May in New Jersey all the way up to Jersey City, which is just a little bit south of New York City. And then from there, like how Hemingway said in The Last Dream, they would go through Vermont to Canada through that way. There was a lot of stops, and Harriet Tubman, we all know who Harriet Tubman is, one of the most famous conductors on the Underground Railroad. She was actually able to fund majority of her rides because she worked at a hotel as a cook in a hotel she was able to work as a hotel cook in Cape May County, and she was able to, she was able to continue because she worked there.
I got a question though. What if New Jersey and New York got into like an interstate civil war? Who do you think would win during the 1860s?
Well, they already got into one over the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, that's true. I think New York would win just because they got the Irish.
So does New Jersey.
Yeah, but they have the 69th and 69. Nice.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Actually, fun fact about the 69th, it is the oldest regiment you can join, company you can join. It's still in existence today.
Okay.
I think even one of the requirements is you have to prove some sort of Irish heritage. I could do that.
How do you keep a fish from smelling? I don't even want to.
How do you keep a fish from smelling?
I feel like it's slightly inappropriate. I don't know. I'm scared.
I don't know. How do you keep a fish from smelling?
I wouldn't ask.
I have to.
You're just curious. You're a cat. You're a curious cat.
You cut off its.
Scary. Jeff, you know, you scare me sometimes.
It was so obvious. All you have to do is cut off his nose.
I'm just glad that he's in Connecticut and I'm from New Jersey, and I could say I expect this from him because that's how we hold Connecticians in respects.
Now, unfortunately, once again, Jeffrey is laughing his ass off.
Damn you, Jeffrey. But nonetheless, it's always good to have Jeffrey on stream.
Jeffrey, I'm going to come Connecticut you.
I can be in Connecticut pretty soon. We'll have a discussion.
Well, I'm just Connecticut you, Jeffrey. I'm coming for you.
Oh, that's fight.
Damn,
Them's
this
fight words, even though it's just symbols.
them's fighting hieroglyphs.
Yeah, fighting hieroglyphs.
What'd he say? CT less than NJ?
Greater than.
No, that's less than.
No, greater than. Because less than kind of looks like an L. That's greater than.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well,
That's the easiest way I can think about it.
with that being said, we're reaching over our average hour mark. With that being said, there are a few channels I want to shout out. Matt, you know what? Why don't you do it this time?
I don't remember them.
I will message them to you.
Oh, okay, thanks. That'll make it so much better. New
Yeah.
York Trump Wolf? Yeah, sure. Tell me about that. I'll have a discussion about this some other time, and I'll prove to you why New Jersey's better.
Okay.
All right, give me a sec. Hang on. All right, let me open it. Okay, that's 2. That's 3. You typed that twice, though.
Did I? Okay, I'll use one of those.
I'll just say it once. I'll just say it once. You don't have to remove it.
You're doing the whole thing today.
This is because you're tired and you're going to drink a whole lot.
No, this is yours.
When I launch my own channel, you're going to have to do it for me.
Yeah, of course I will. Not.
Is that all or more? That is all. Okay. All right, hang on. I want to see how. Let me see how good I can get this.
Now I'll give you a hint.
What?
Don't think about it too much.
I got you.
Like
All
Matt,
right.
Matt, your mind
so now
must
we are
go.
concluding the stream, and tonight your post announcement will be hosted by me, Matt. So let's get this started. There are a few channels that I would like to shout out from my pal Red Runner 328, General Cody HD, Calibrated Core, Company of the Second United States Sharpshooters, Brandon F, Civil War Digital Digest, the Townsends, and of course Red's greatest sponsor, CNC Cutlery, your go-to for all your Civil War needs. Some of the greatest guys you'll ever meet. Got some really nice stuff. The website links in the description. Their YouTube channel is also in the description. Please go give them a look. You know, every single time you look at them, it makes Red look better. And that is all.
Well done, Matt. Well done, Lottie. I'm impressed. That's it. Matt's doing all the outros from now on. Woohoo!
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I bet you didn't know that was actually an audition.
Can we just pin it on Bryce?
Yeah, we could do that.
He'll just go, I don't want to do it.
See, this is why Bryce can't be in the Liberated House, because it'll always be like, Bryce! Come here, do
Bryce!
this. Bryce, come open my door! Ah,
Yes. Also, I forgot. Don't forget to check out our Discord if you're not already a member of it. You know, we have a lot of good times on there. Always some good. We're always doing something on there. We're always talking, always laughing. Sometimes mocking Bryce, sometimes not.
sometimes
You know,
saying
come on.
things that probably shouldn't be said that could get us all in trouble.
I feel like that hasn't happened already.
Yeah, don't also check out the Patreon. With that could lead to future things. Who knows? Maybe one day it could lead to like Red buying a tomahawk that he will be throwing. Actually, I can make a video on that once I get the new camera.
Yeah, you can. You know what? You can get the tomahawk from CNC. I'm pretty sure.
I can get. I'll need to get one from CNC. But yeah, with that being said, we'll see you guys in the next live stream. Toodles!
Yeah.